Getting accurate forensic information from a young child is an extremely specialized skill, and one that many police officers just hand right over to the experts, like Dr. Rebecca Bailey. She's a leading family psychologist and former personal therapist of J.C. Dugard. J.C., you'll remember, was abducted by a convicted sex offender while walking to the bus stop at just 11 years old. She remained missing for more than 18 years, bearing 2 children by her rapist. Her rapist and his wife are serving life. Dr. Bailey, thank you so much for being here. Just walk me through what happens now, if you could, with these little tiny witnesses. I'm just going to assume the 1-year-old is out of the picture, but that the 4-year-old could be questioned. What actually happens?
Well, what's important that when they are questioned, and particularly you're right, the 4-year-old is with somebody who's really well trained in forensics. There are protocols that are used throughout the country that is responsible training, which include being very careful about not re-traumatizing the child, which, as we watched with that one, my heart just went into my feet. Bless that kid's heart. You want to be very careful about not suggesting things, about not doing leading questions, taking a kid into repeated interviews. We're very careful about that. Also titrating at times, that the experience, the environment where you do the interview is super, super important. You don't want it done in the police station. 4-year-olds, like any other age, also can be very variable in their ability to recall accurately. And then the last thing is if it is somebody known to the child, you can see a tremendous loyalty bind at times. It's just so heartbreaking, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you something, that AJ Hutto, you didn't even see the most traumatizing moment on the stand when they asked him to identify his mom, and he looked around the courtroom and didn't, and then suddenly recognized there she was. She'd been away from him, locked up for years, and he just burst into tears. It broke my heart. I covered it live. But I do want to ask you about the suggestibility, because one of the things in AJ's case that was questioned by Amanda's defense lawyer was that this child had been put in the back of a car with other family members who hated Amanda and said all sorts of things about Amanda, and that might be the memory of little AJ. How does an expert know when you're getting the real witnessed event or just what was suggested to them?
Well, it's challenging. We absolutely know it's challenging. The basic when a child is being interviewed in the formal manner, you want to make sure that they are able to give child-centered language, meaning that they're using words that sound like a child would use, they're concrete, they're able to stay with the same story without a whole lot of fantastical elaboration to what they're saying. So that's really one of the ways to do a veracity check. It's again challenging. But you're looking.
Yeah, I would imagine that. I was just going to say, I would imagine that the parents or the adults who are trying to meddle with a child wouldn't think to use 4-year-old lingo. They would just talk in their own mannerisms, and that would be absorbed and then regurgitated by the child, right?
Absolutely. And a lot of my work, as you know, has been in the treatment side of it. And even in that side, you have to be really careful with suggestibility, because you can change the course of a person's perspective in treatment as well. And sometimes when I know, particularly in a don't want to get into a tough area, but high conflict divorce, if the language doesn't fit, you know that you're not seeing a authentic expression of what occurred. I will also tell you, I have worked on one very tragic case where the mother was murdered, and they haven't actually pinned the murder to the person they believe, but because it was a family member, alleged family member. And these children, the loyalty bind is so deep. You can see it, that they just can't spill the tea. They just can't. And it's not because they're bad kids are hiding.
Sure. And sometimes they start saying things and then start to realize what they're saying is damaging to their loved one, and then they like AJ just said, no sir, I'm not going to show you what I just said. So it really, I could see your reaction, and I had the same one. Let me tell you, it was so hard sitting through that trial. Dr. Rebecca Bailey, I'm going to call on you again because I think there's more to this story, and I think those kids will play a part. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. Take care. Bye.
You too. Good to see you again. Nice to have you back on the show.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.